neighborhood. I'm going to check out the new service area that just opened up today. Got a 2-hour ride going through Daly City and Colma and to Nob Hill, San Francisco. That's unlasted in front. It's a new to me vehicle. Here we go.
A mile.
Started. I'm gonna buckle up, then play some music.
Heading to 23 Menlo Avenue. Please make sure your seatbelt is fastened. For any questions, press the call support button to speak with a rider support agent.
It's just a random address. I think it's in Daly City. And I'll play some music from my phone. A little bit hard to cast music. I'll keep trying. This is a new to me vehicle and there are 2,649 miles on it. And it looks like it's been driving around for a few hours. There are 120 miles left in the tank. Okay, so the stickers on the steering wheel have varied throughout the years I've been riding. Still trying to connect, though Waymo did show up in Spotify. Okay, random little neighborhood. We are moments away from crossing the boundary of the former territory. So I believe this is Brotherhood Way and this is the previous boundary. So I've gone down this road a million times, always turning left. And so here we go. It's going to be official. Finally something new. For the last year it's been all the same. And I will say that when I booked this ride, it canceled and there just made a right on John Daly Boulevard. We're gonna make a left here. Do not know where we are. Pena Bulos Memorial Freeway. Ooh, quickly up to 47 miles per hour, 48. This is the fastest I've gone in a Waymo. This is a 50 mile per hour zone. Ooh, that was fun. We're turning on Westmoor Avenue. So there's a paper being presented, or a partial paper, the beginning of some research being presented at Stanford in September of this year. And one of the participants in the study was, I believe, a cruise engineer. And you could just tell by some of the information about the participant, even though it's anonymized. And they describe in this piece that being in a fully autonomous vehicle like this is just like breathing. It's just totally normal at this point. And I'll also agree, oh, almost there. This is
Don't forget your phone, keys, or bag.
Completely random address. So what we'll do is just continue the ride after we stop. And I have to agree, one thing I've noticed the past coming on 3 years of riding is how Waymo is getting step by step, inch by inch closer to bridging the gap between, you know, robot and human nuance in the driving. And so it's quite fun to see that. And every time I ride, you know, I try to think how much closer we are to that. Okay, this is our just random address.
You're here. Please make sure it's clear before exiting.
Okay, and I'm just going to continue the ride. Okay, that's also a random stop. Here we go. Are you guys excited? Okay, we have to go back because we're on a little kind of peninsula as far as the geofenced area goes. Hey everybody, first time, at least with a passenger, public passenger that is. I do not know where we are. It's a residential area, and we're heading down near Serra Center. I'll put a screenshot of where we are from the Waymo app. Looks like we're in Modesto or something. Skyline Center. We are on Mayfair and Westmoor Avenue in Daly City. I mean, not much to report. So it's quite foggy. I'll make a couple comments about the fog. I have a collection of fog videos I'll link to in the comments. And also remark that Waymo used to reduce the fleet in foggy conditions. I'm not sure this would qualify because we're in and out of fog. You can see fog to the left of me, which is, I think, northeast, but it's pretty clear. We are on Southgate Avenue. And I will say, one really amazing thing is when you're in the fog at night in a Waymo, because your human vision is so greatly diminished. Okay, we got a pedestrian, and you can see the pedestrian is right here. So that's interesting too, because Waymo actually started with human figures, and then they went to dots for over 2 years, and now they're back to the human figures. But anyway, so when you're driving in the fog at night, it's really hard to see. But Waymo isn't impacted as much by nighttime vision issues, so it can be pretty exciting to ride in a Waymo when it's super foggy at night, because the Waymo is, you know, 95% as it is in the daytime. I have to say I prefer the previous visualization with the dots, because you can see the dots much better instead of these little blue figures on the gray asphalt don't show up as well. Hi, San Francisco, way over there. My first time in the new city in Waymo. That's kind of fun. Okay, we just turned left on Callan Avenue. Oh yeah, I put, by accident, I put Chinese cemetery as my drop off just because I just picked a random point to try to get the perimeter of the new service area. And I'll link in the comments to my trip through cemetery in the Presidio in Waymo after there was a road closure.
Almost to your drop-off.
A U-turn, and this is the edge of the boundary now, the geofence, at least for passengers. Okay, we're going to go through this little frontage road or whatever you call it. And oh, this is going to be my drop off, maybe somewhere along this road. And then we'll just continue the ride. Oh, it's a dead end. Okay, oh, there's a little cone right there. You can see the cone. The cone is on the map. Okay, well, I want to see how we get out of this.
You're here. Please make sure it's clear before exiting.
Okay. Okay, so it's a dead end. I love dead ends. I will also link to my collection of dead end videos. It's quite, I guess we're going to back into that driveway. And then we'll see the rear view of the camera. There we go. Oh, hello, Tesla. Because my love, my love. Carried away. I remember my first reverse and turn around on a very steep hill. That was in maybe February or March of 2022. So 2.5 years ago. And then look at us now. Go Waymo. I hope you're all very proud of yourselves because this is pretty amazing. Okay, we're going to be back on Hickey Blvd and then off to our next random spot before heading back into San Francisco, and I'm going to Nob Hill. We are on Hickey Blvd and we're approaching Serra. Tesla in front of us, and I always think about that quote-unquote race that one YouTube guy did between a Tesla and a Waymo, and he's a big Tesla guy, and I just thought, well, there's someone sitting there. It's not the same. Level 2, 3, I don't know. This is level 4, if not 5. What's the distinction? I don't know. I should have done more research. Okay, so we're turning left on Hilton Avenue. There we go. On Hilton, we're turning right on Duval. This just looks like kind of suburby area. Very easy to drive for the Waymo. Still exciting that they expanded. I'm not doing a full video because even with these sort of best of clips, maybe I'll delete this one. I don't know. I want to get this out today, so I might not even do much editing. People watch like 3 minutes of a 20-minute video, so it doesn't matter. I like to tell little secrets that no one notices because they don't watch the whole video. If you know, you know. Oh, did we just brake for some birds? I think we just hit the brakes for some birds. Okay, we are on Duval, and we're turning right on Arlington
Almost
to my
near
random
Daly.
spot.
Check the app for walking directions. Don't forget your phone.
I think
keys, or bag.
we're on the other side of, oh gosh, what's the name of the park? It starts with an M. I want to say MacArthur, but I don't know if that's right. And I haven't been over that hill, so that's kind of weird. That's exciting. I'll do a screenshot from Waymo app. This is my spot. Okay.
You're here. Please make sure it's clear.
Here we are at there's a Carl's Jr. I do feel like I'm in Modesto or something. And we're at the Travelers Inn. So let's just continue the ride. There we go. Okay, so now we've got over an hour to get to Nob Hill. I have never taken that long in one segment of a ride. I've had plenty of 2 to 3 hour rides, but I don't think I've ever had a segment that was 65 minutes. It's just gingerly finding its way out of this gas station area. And we're turning right on whatever this is. There's a Chevys. None of those left in San Francisco. I don't know where I am. Ooh, 40 miles per hour. Let's see if we can reach 50. We reached 48. This is Hickey Blvd again. And so 48 is the highest because I didn't go over 45 in San Francisco because you can't on the regular streets. Okay, but this is quite nice. Very smooth. Yeah, I just stopped making videos because frankly, you know, the waiting list opened up quite a bit, and then 3 weeks ago they dropped the waiting list entirely, and San Francisco is full of people riding Waymos for the first time, and you know, 80% of them are recording, so I don't feel like I have anything to share. It's like, ooh, Tesla. Hi everybody. Sorry about all those problems. And there's the Serra Center. I don't know, is that the same as Serramonte? Oh, this is Colma. I'm pretty sure Colma is just to my right, which is east. And we are headed towards Nob Hill, center of San Francisco. About 1 hour left, and so I can go to more big box stores now. That's about the only thing that's out here. Hi Waymo. We just turned on to Mission, and so this is still out of the area as of like the last year, and then we're going to be approaching the outer Mission, and we'll go down San Jose, which is a small, fairly short street, and there's a 45 mile per hour zone, so hopefully there won't be too many cars and we'll get up to 45. 2 comments, 2 things that I think are different since my last video that I've noticed. The braking is different. I have to think how I can explain it, but the braking is different, and also turns are a little more natural. For years I've been commenting like the turns when Waymo executes, especially like a left turn, just as that vehicle just did. The turn feels very a little rigid, as if it's a driver saying like, oh, I have to perfectly execute this turn, and the angle of the turn is determined by whatever the engineers have decided is a path, and it felt a little rigid and not human, and I feel like that has improved. I'd be curious if other long-term riders like JJ Ricks will have the same feeling, and I think probably. And then the braking has changed since I've been making videos last. And I would say 95% of the time, this driver is indistinguishable from a great human driver. And then the other 5% of the time, it's just maybe slightly cautious. Okay, we're crossing Alemany, which I think was one of the southern borders of the previous geofence. I'll have to check. So yes, confirmed that this was one of the borders of the previous geofence for public passengers like myself. So there was Daly City and Colma. But I'll see if there's anything interesting on my way to Nob Hill. We're on Alemany. We just stopped at Geneva. This is Seneca. We're going to make a left somewhere, and then that's when we're going to go down San Jose and hopefully get up to 45. I've been over here a lot. So this is has been in the service area for a long time. Okay, I think this area is called Cayuga Terrace. We're pretty close to Glen Park, and we're going to get on San Jose up here. We're at 25. Maybe up here the speed limit increases. Waiting for some cars merging. Okay, we're at 39, 40. All right, 45 exactly. Feels good. I have no hesitations about riding with Waymo, but every time I take a Lyft or Uber, especially to the airport when I know I'm going to be on the highway, I feel nervous because I expect that we will speed, and I expect that there will be some degree of recklessness. Okay, there, that ends the fast portion. Heading down Guerrero, and at some point we're going to make a right and then head down Van Ness, and then basically in Nob Hill, a neighborhood of San Francisco. So this is probably where more exciting driving happens with more people, more cars, and a dense city area. This is the second Waymo I've seen. Oh, and there's another one. But walking around these days, they're everywhere. I think they have, I don't know, we thought 200 vehicles a year ago, and then now there are lots more. Like this one, they're adding to the fleet. This one has 2,600 miles on it only, so it's pretty new. That means it's only been out and about maybe, 20 times at most. And so from the beginning, I'd been keeping track of the mileage so I could estimate how many miles in a ride, etc. How many miles before recharging, that is. So at the beginning of this ride, I posted a tweet just saying I was taking this long ride in the new service area and I'd have the video out tonight. And then on the ride, I mentioned that Tesla YouTuber guy, and he reposted the tweet. and I've been talking about him. Whole Mars catalog, that guy. He doesn't live here, but I think he's flown in to do some riding and testing, or driven in. I don't know where he lives, but that's fun. Okay, so I just checked Twitter because I posted to Twitter when I started this ride, and then during the ride I talked about that Tesla YouTuber guy. I don't know, he covers other things, but I've only been made aware when it's self-driving related, and he just reposted my tweet, so that's fun. This red Ford was in front of us several miles ago, and we're keeping up. We're turning right on 14th Street, and then we're going to be going down Van Ness for most of the way to the destination. It's a Waymo. More of them here in the city. They'll be expanding Colma and Daly City. Oh, and another one. Hello. It's another newer Waymo. Okay, here's a question. I have lots of footage of cruises in the city. They're mostly short little clips, seeing them around. Should I put those together and make a video? I feel like they might be slightly interesting. In the center there's a wheelchair with a gentleman on the map. Right there. And there he is. So that's pretty cool that Waymo is identifying that. I'll show you again. Entering the crosswalk right there. So we're going through the Civic Center area. There's a Waymo on the left heading south. This is one of the quote-unquote roughest areas of the city. See, it's pretty bustling right now. There's City Hall. There's the War Memorial Opera House. We are approaching McAllister, and we're on Van Ness. Okay, we are braking for the gentleman with the dog. Ooh. It seemed like we were thinking about going through the yellow light and determined it was a mid-yellow, not early yellow, so we stopped. So lane splitting is legal here in California. Some visitors are a little bit surprised to see that, but it's legal. And I've never seen Waymo have any problem with motorcycles or scooters. This work on Van Ness was pretty polarizing for San Francisco residents, these red bus zones, but it makes it a lot faster to use public transportation. So sometimes you get a much longer Waymo ride than originally estimated. But this ride has been much faster than the original estimation. That's kind of sad, like 15 minutes early. I should be refunded. Cable car line, California cable car line. There's Grace Cathedral, and here I am.